Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at a series of reviews for the Jakks Pacific Sonic the Hedgehog line and also the Super Mario line. This starting off with Vector the Crocodile making his debut in Knuckles Chaotix from Wave 10 of the Sonic the Hedgehog 4-inch line. Found this at Walmart, paid around $11–12 after taxes, and I'm really happy to have gotten him. It was a nice little surprise. I usually don't check my Walmart often because they never really restock their toy section, but lo and behold, I got lucky and found this guy. Now, the entire wave is also available on Big Bad Toy Store, but it's a little bit overpriced. It's around $50 for all four. You might be luckier just going to Walmart or Target and finding them there for a little bit cheaper. But that's neither here nor there. Let's take a look at the back here. Touting 13 points of articulation. Vector here is looking mighty fine, I gotta say. And to actually have a 4-inch figure of Vector, he's not a character that's very popular or gets very much merchandise in general. So I was really happy to be able to find him. Now let's read his description real quickly. Vector will take on any job that pays, but he'll also help Sonic save the world from Dr. Eggman out of the goodness of his own heart. Now we take a look here at the rest of the wave here. We also have Classic Sonic, Ray the Squirrel, well, Ray the Flying Squirrel, Amy Rose, who I unfortunately could not find. I believe she is the one that only comes like one in a box, and Vector. You would have thought Vector would have been the one that was a bit harder to find, but nope. I think Amy's the harder one to get. So if anybody manages to find Amy and wants to hook me up, let me know. I'd be happy to throw some money your way to help me out. Alright, so anyways, the packaging here is really nice. Of course, you get Sonic up there. We took a look at Sonic from one of the previous waves and Tails in an earlier video from last year at this point. And yeah, I mean, the packaging looks nice. He comes with a super ring. You know, you grab one of those, you get 10 rings in total, obviously, duh. And yeah, that's his accessory. I mean, he looks really nice in his packaging, I'm not gonna lie. Kind of conflicted whether I want to open him or not, but we're gonna do this review right, so we have to open him, unfortunately. And, well, not unfortunately, I mean, these figures were meant to be opened and the value destroyed. Alright. Get that packaging out of there, and let's take a quick look at Vector. Oh, let's get him out of there, that silly little crocodile. I'm a big fan of just characters, lizard characters, reptilian characters in these kind of games, in Sonic. Any 3D, 2D platformer from those times, I'm a big fan of, and I always liked Vector the Crocodile's design. And this one's pretty nice so far. Now, so let's take a closer look at some of the details on his face. Alright, so I mean, Vector is a cool looking dude. I mean, he's got earphones. He's got a gold chain around his neck, which is yellow in this case, but it still looks pretty nice. Taking a look at the eye decals. This one is the better pick of the two that I found in store. His eyes are more centered, while the other one was a little lower. Not a deal breaker completely, but it looks great regardless. Take a look at his mouth here. His little teeth are nicely painted, not too much slop there. His tongue is painted nicely. There is some excess mold plastic there that's kind of gone away. And yeah, his chain is tethered to the back of his head, so it's not going anywhere. His body's done up with a really nice green plastic. It's very vibrant, and little spikes going down his back are nice and orange as well. They really do pop. While his lips and his arms are done with more of a line, and his belly too, or his abdominal front is done with a lime green color that really does look nice as well. Everything pops here. I love the little buckle and everything, and his hands are done with a white plastic. Guess he likes white gloves. And let's just take a look at his shoes. Gray, blacks, and yellows. Although it's more of a goldenrod actually. Yeah, so right, Vector is looking mighty sweet. I'm really liking what I see so far, and he's a pretty big figure too. Let's take a look at him next to Sonic. Actually, let's not do that. Let's take that for the size comparisons. And let's just take a quick look at Articulation. Now, they're touting 13 points here. Okay, let's take a look at the Articulation for Vector. Thankfully, things are short and sweet here. Mouth opens and closes. The arms can come out on a hinge. They do also rotate at the shoulders, which is nice. There is a bend at the elbow as well. There's also a swivel at that hinge on the elbow. And his wrist can also rotate and kind of move a little bit on a bit of a hinge, but it is limited thanks to the big gauntlets he has going on these glove things that he's wearing. And yeah, that's it in terms of arm articulation. What else does he got? Now, the legs on these kind of figures are always a point of contention because they never really do a good job at holding up the weight of the figures considering how small they are. But I think, given the size of Vector, I think we'll be alright here because it's only one point of articulation here and it comes out as well. So if he needs to, you know, go on a hydrant or something. But the foot has a decent range of articulation as well. Rotation there, it's not too crazy, but it gets the job done. And for the tail, it does rotate as well. So overall, in terms of articulation, I mean, it is what it is. Vector gets the job done. And in terms of his only accessory, here's his super ring. I dropped it. In terms of size comparisons, here he is with Sonic and Tails, once again from the 4-inch line. Now, I originally thought that they were going to be a little too small, but given how Vector the Crocodile is probably one of the bigger characters in the series, it looks good. It actually looks proper, and I like it. I like it. He's a nice hefty size and a really cool looking character to boot. So with that being said, my final verdict on this guy was for only $10, $12. Come on. If you're a fan of Sonic the Hedgehog and you like Vector the Crocodile, this is a no-brainer. He doesn't get a lot of merchandise, unfortunately, being that he's not the most popular character in the series and doesn't make a lot of playable appearances. But if you know any of the Mario and Sonic Olympic games, he's definitely featured in those as well as Knuckles Chaotix, but we don't really talk about Knuckles Chaotix. Anyways, me personally, I think he's a great release. So with that out of the way, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this review. Be on the lookout for the next review. I'm not sure which one that'll be. Maybe Ray, maybe Classic Sonic from the same line, or it might be the Shy Guy from Super Mario, or Bone Piranha Plant. So we'll see. Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed and would like to see more videos like this, hitting the like button, sharing the video, commenting, and subscribing will help us defeat the evil algorithm. And if you enjoy video games, I have a dedicated channel just for that, so I hope to see you there.